Hi, welcome. I'm Jessie Walters. Welcome back. I'm from Charles Rutenberg. I've been there for 15 years and here to educate you on different questions and answers for the real estate market for today, 2020. And today I'm going to show you a couple of different listings I have to start the show with. We have 12371 Lacey Drive in Newport Richey. This home is for sale for $329,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. It's a lakefront property on Moon Lake, which is skiing, boating. You can kneeboard, all sorts of good stuff. There's a city park, which is open to the public for a boat with the boat ramp and actual city park with playgrounds, etc. That one has a new roof, new AC, new coating on the pool. It's a great house, especially if you like the vacation at home. So it's one of those homes that you feel like you are vacationing at home because you have the big pool and it's on a lake too. So that's a great house. I also have available 15127 Surrey Bend in Brooksville, Florida. That's in that house is $359,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3-car garage. Beautiful home with tall ceilings, just a gorgeous interior. Has a separate formal dining area and also a separate formal living area. It has the kitchen has Corian countertops. It's a huge kitchen if you like to cook. Beautiful with a bar area for bar stools and also the island ceramic tile throughout the kitchen area. Separate dining area too. And that's a great house that's available in, that one is located in Silverthorne, which is a golf course community, tennis courts, all sorts of great stuff. If you like to be home and you're active in your home community, a gated community. Today I have Tania, Saravana. Oh, I'm going to kill that. Sariva. Sublime Staging. I knew I was going to kill it.
That's okay.
She's going to be here with us today to tell us all about staging and how to basically increase the speed of your sale if you're going to go ahead and have your home staged, or and I guess basically what is the good stuff to, like, what is the emphasis to do staging. Everyone's doing it now. So
yeah.
What's the thing that we want to do with staging? You know, what's our goal with staging? So you're going to tell us all about that. But first, tell us how you started in this.
Well, a good friend of mine, Frank Albert. I'm not sure if you've heard of him before, but he's a realtor also in the Tampa area. He decided that he wanted to stage his own listings. And one day I just came in and helped him out. And then he was like, yo, you're really good at this. And and then just took over from there.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've been partners for a while now.
Okay, that's awesome. So now I saw under Sublime on your advertisement, I saw something about HGTV, so I was like, what's that about? I got to know what that is about. So tell us about that one.
Yeah, so we had the pleasure to team up with 100 Day Dream Home.
Oh, nice.
And we came in and staged for them for the show. So, it was a great experience.
Okay, so was that in Tampa area or something?
Well, it's based in Tampa, but they were out, in different areas. The recent one that I just did for them was out in Lakeland.
Oh, nice.
So it was a brand new build, and it was really interesting.
Do you do the whole... Like, do you get to see the families when they come in then, or do you?
Yeah,
like
the whole, that's awesome. The whole 9 from the start to the end.
Yeah.
So, because, staging, the reason why people stage is because when the client walks into the home, they automatically, create those feelings and emotions that, hey, I can live here.
Right.
And that's what helps the sales. So, seeing that from the start to the end, it was a different high, a natural high for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I saw that under your intro, and I was like, I'm not even going to ask you ahead of time because I got to hear about it. Did you meet anybody where you're like, did you get starstruck, or it was just you go in, it's empty, and then you get to see it after?
Right. So it's empty. I come in, bring all the furniture pieces with my team and set it up.
I forgot this one chair. I got to hang out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Meet everybody off the set. That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. So on the before and after pictures, I know you sent me quite a few to get kind of an idea of like the feel of the. So you've got like a picture of an empty. I mean, to me it looks gorgeous. It looks impeccable and clean, and the paint's, as far as being a realtor and walking in there. But like you said, a lot of people have a hard time visualizing their furniture. So you can see that's a living room area. You set it all up. And so down to from rugs to
Oh, every
plants?
detail,
Yeah.
every detail. I think the more details we add, the more they can visualize themselves in there, you know?
Right.
I think staging is so important because,
this one,
yeah.
this hallway too.
Yeah.
That gets me because I would never think with a hallway, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like a lot of the buyers, they ask to buy the furniture afterwards because they just love the setup. And, you know, they want to continue that look.
Yeah, seeing the little hat and everything
great.
too. I never
Yeah.
would have thought of that. I would have been like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. It looks like you're, again, vacationing at home.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then even this one with because I wouldn't have thought of I guess the rug, you know, broke it up with the green dresser and the teal dresser and the mirrors and stuff. But it really broke it up. And that was what I was going to ask you. And there's that one in the bathroom.
Even the bathrooms are important, you know?
Yeah, because I wouldn't have thought of the chair and the little area rug and stuff like that. That looks amazing. Yeah.
That one was a funky one. It was a funky space. So,
yeah. You put the chair in an angle to open that room up. That looks great.
So you do have to, you know, you have to, as a stager, you have to, you know, you have to be creative. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to put a chair and a couch. No, it's more than that. You really have to create the space, you know, the feeling of the space.
So as a realtor, and I know some of my realtor friends are going to be on here and they're going to want to go, like, you know, they're going to say, oh, I have 1,000 square foot home that I'm trying to sell and this place is empty and the paint's clean. It's just sitting here. We don't know what to do. So on a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, like what do you think as far as like what's your average? Like, how long does it take for me to get that furniture in there?
Yeah.
How long to set up? What's your timeline?
Well, it really depends on, you know, the luxury of the home, right? So if we're talking about, you know, even something like that can be $1 million. So the quality of the furniture is going to be a little different.
Right.
But if you're talking about something maybe in the $300,000 range, you're looking at maybe like 1 day to fully set up if we're just doing the living spaces.
Okay. And what's your timeline as far as I'm listing it? You know, because realtors were always spasms, you know, so we're like, oh, I got this listing. It's going to be ready Friday. When can you set it up? Are you like a Saturday girl? Or are you more like, I got a schedule next week sometime we'll get to you?
No, we actually have a team that works Saturdays. So we're Monday through Saturday. We need at least 1 day off.
Yeah.
So we're booked ahead almost a week and a half now.
So if you put that's not bad because you have to get the photographers in and all that as far as real estate and signs and all that stuff that we have to put in there anyway. So that's good. So that's good to know. So let's just say I'm calling you and you're putting it in and it's a Saturday because I'm one of those people who forgot to call you. Got you going in on the Saturday.
We've got a lot of those.
Yeah. Got you going in on the Saturday and you're all set up. What's your timeline as far as picking up all the furniture after my sale? Is it the same day as my sale or you pick it up?
Yeah, we usually ask for at least a 7-day heads up because we need to, you know, squeeze it into to the schedule. But yeah, 7 days is usually enough. And
you're okay with selling the actual?
Oh yeah, we do it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because, you know, so new construction homes, I've sold a lot of them and I've gone in to where they're even setting them up and they'll have like the new construction homes, they'll have a kit and so all the new construction homes match exactly. So I thought that they had someone like yourself come in every single time and go, you know, this wall I'm going to put. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, these interior decorators are so good. So I snuck up behind these people by accident and they had like bedroom 2 labeled on the box. You know what I mean? And it took it all away from me. So I like that each house is original. So when I'm looking at these packages that you're selling and stuff, I'm looking at, you know, an original home. It doesn't look exactly like and I don't want to say any of the new construction home. I don't want to quote them, but like it doesn't look like every, you know, new construction home that I walk in. It's not all exactly the same with the same, you know,
Thank God.
Decoration. Yeah.
Thank God. Because then, like, how am I going to be creative if, you know, if it's the same?
It's part of your background must be art.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
Artistic,
definitely.
Yeah.
Very, very. I mean, you have to have an eye for sure. Yeah.
So this weekend I showed a house. I walked in and I didn't realize the little cameras are on and stuff. And I was like, why is this room purple? Like the whole living room's purple.
Wow.
And it was purple and it had all brown trim around everywhere. So it was like a light purple with brown trim. And I was like, if this could, so then I start, because at first I find out my customer liked it. Yeah. She was like, this house would be good if it didn't have this purple, So I said, too bad they don't paint this whole house, but again, I didn't see the little cameras everybody has now. So I got a call from the agent and they said they would give a paint allowance. But a lot of people don't know, but we're spoiled because we go into all these new construction homes all the time. So not only do I know all the colors to paint your house, but I know what's in right now and, what furniture matches, the same with you when you're doing it all the time and stuff. So is there an amount that is it each person as far as like the cost wise? Is there an amount say, I think the average home is $260 to $350 right now. So say, the medium income as far as purchasing homes, if you're in Land O'Lakes and you're selling a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, is there a certain contemporary style you put in, or you just go by the paint? Or
yeah, I mean, it really depends on the style of the home.
Right.
But if you're looking at something, in the price range of what you just had mentioned, and we're adding living spaces and maybe a bedroom. Living spaces meaning if they have a formal dining, formal sitting, living room, dining room, bathrooms and kitchen, and then adding the master, you're probably looking at $2,500.
Okay.
Which is not bad, and that's for 2 months. So,
right. Okay, for 2 months.
So normally our contracts are 60 days, but we do 30 and 90 as well. We try to accommodate the client as much as we can.
Right.
We know that people are on a budget. So, we try to work around with them.
Yeah, even if it's one really good room and that's all they can afford. Yeah, that's awesome. So, a lot of the staging that I've read is that you're spending out this $2,500, but you're increasing the value as far as...
Oh, of course, you're getting that back.
Yeah.
I mean, the buyer is going to decide, the staged home because they had attachments. If it's staged correctly, right?
Right.
They had attachments to that as soon as they walked in versus a home that is empty.
Right.
Right? There's no emotional attachment. Yeah, it could be pretty like that one that you saw with the before and after, but, those details really do matter because it's more subconsciously.
Right, exactly. So. Yeah, and I have, a lot of customers, they'll say, well, just tell me what I need to actually, put down what's acceptable, as I walk through their house and I say, do you really want me to tell you? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. So then I walk out, take this down. And it's horrible because I feel bad that you have to take all those family photos down. You don't have to take them all down it sounds horrible, but if everything is matched and it's all themed properly, but a lot of times too, you don't want your personal pictures in the photography.
That's extremely
especially
important.
children.
Yes.
Right now,
we actually offer that service as well. So you don't look like the bad guy. Let me look like the bad guy, because you have to deal with them throughout the whole sale, right? So I come in and and really make them understand that look. This is not your home anymore.
Right.
You're putting this up on, for sale. So we have to make sure that it's, proper for the buyer, right? So I definitely, I go through every room and I tell them, hey, you have to take down the personal photos.
Some people are close on it.
Yeah.
Some people almost have it, and I went to one again in Tampa this weekend, and the house was very nice, laid out very nice. And the style wasn't contemporary, but it would match the home. But we had pictures, a wood frame, a gold frame, a silver frame, a turn this, a turn that, grandparents. And so
they don't know.
Yeah. And I think I learned I've been doing this for 15 years. I think I learned the hard way. I'd put a picture on, and I didn't, on the refrigerator, they had a little picture of one of the kids, and they called and they said, we don't want any pictures of our children on the internet. And I was like, you don't have any pictures? I was going through. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's one on the refrigerator,
Yeah.
But so the first thing, and it sounds horrible too, refrigerators are the worst. I usually say, take
everything down.
On the top of your refrigerator.
Everything down.
All the personal pictures.
Yes.
Because you want them to be able to visualize themselves.
Now, hey, I think I know this person. You failed as soon as they do that,
Right. That's a good tip. Yeah. Yeah, because, that's another, and two, if they have, even dog stuff, and, we just had a dog on and everything. If it looks neat, it's totally different than if you have a dog stuff and it's all thrown in a pile,
Right.
Because if they have dogs, it's good, you're in, and we also had, the presidential race and stuff. And that was another thing. I was like, don't have, if you have both, it's good. I have one seller. She has both. I'm like, okay, you're good. You cover. But if you have, a lot of people don't realize that they're actually, people are walking in, their arms crossed, and they just are not open to even seeing the house.
Same thing with religion too, Jessie. Like, I love my Jesus, right? Yeah, me too. But we have to take that stuff down because we want to make sure that everyone is comfortable.
Right.
Jesus will understand you.
Yeah.
Like, he's got your back.
Yeah. Jesus will be in that house, whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's awesome. So what do you feel like as far as your timeline on selling? Do you think you speed up that sale as far?
Oh yeah, of course. It's never 60 days. We say 60 days because sometimes you've got the inspection period, you've got the appraisal, you've got all that. So it takes about 60 days from start to end.
Right,
usually.
but you're getting that contract fast though.
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
Like you're getting it faster
it's like within weeks.
Yeah.
Sometimes days. Seriously.
I could have given your number out like a couple times this weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, because you sent me these beautiful before and after pictures, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and I told the agent too after I got in trouble for being on the, I'm sure his customers were like, she said, but I told him too, if you customer just took the time, because it looked like they barely lived in the home, to move the stuff out of the home and just paint it one color even, and just leave it empty rather than have the stuff that just didn't look like it actually went in the home at all, But I know a lot of customers don't understand that because they've only sold one or two homes, and that's their home,
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah.
So, there's times when I'll walk into a house and the client is very like, like, I don't want to hear it. You only hear it because my realtor hired you, and in the end, they're like hugging me and saying, please call me, like maybe you can come and decorate my, my new home, and I get it. Like, I'm able to relate to them because I've also had a home and I had, I sold
you have that attachment.
Yeah, so I had that attachment. So I get it. So
that's awesome. Well, you're good at what you do. I can see, obviously. And so at the end of this, we're going to have your contact information and how you can sell your home faster with you. And we'll have the Sublime Staging on there, all your information. And you like them to contact you, your phone?
Yeah. We've got the office phone. I'm pretty open to, like, I try to get personal with our clients because, I think, if we're on that level, we're able to be more open with each other and just have each other's back,
Right, and
we got to work together.
Pasco, Hernando,
we
Pinellas,
go where the money goes.
Okay, we go where the money goes. You got to, That's awesome. That's awesome, yeah. I guess we all do, right?
Yeah, we all do. The good ones.
You want the good vibes.
That's right. We help everyone.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate finally getting to meet you in person. Yes. I feel like I've talked to you on the phone and everywhere else,
Yes.
I want to thank her for coming in. And I also want you guys to sit tight because we got Beverly and Tom Harris from the Coalition of Pasco Homeless. And they're going to talk to us about how we can help out with the holidays and what they need to donate as far as what the needs are. Right here in Pasco County is where they are. So sit tight and look for that. And then we also have the SPCA coming up with a great dog. He's adoptable and he's a beautiful boy and he'll be joining us too. So sit tight and we will see you guys in just a minute. Thanks. welcome back. I'm Jessie Walters with Charles Rutenberg, and I'm here today with Tom and Beverly Harris from the Outreach Volunteers for the Coalition of Homeless for Pasco County. And there are guest stars today to tell us a little bit about what they're doing in the community. Can you tell us a little bit first about, your actual outreach program that you do?
Sure. I think Tom is going to handle this very well.
Yeah, Jesse, what we have found is that there are many really good agencies in Pasco and other places that work with the homeless. They can provide them housing, food, clothing, and whatever else they might need. But the problem is that there are still a few people who just don't check all the boxes and they fall through the cracks.
Right.
It may be a mother who needs some things for her child. It could be almost anything, but there are those few people.
And that's where you get your mission statement from? I see, right?
Exactly,
okay, put it together.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes.
And the mission statement, what is it? You tell us.
We stand in the gap for those who fall through the cracks.
Yeah, and that's perfect. That's really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Because that's how I met you guys, was I had extra things that I wanted to donate to an organization, and I saw you on Facebook, and that's kind of how we built our actual, I want to say relationship,
Right.
And we were just talking about that you saw, it was from 2018 that we were in touch, so that's great.
Yes.
So-
And what I wanted to add to that, too, is that when we find there is a need, we ask what for it.
Right.
We pray about it. And then we open it up, just hoping and praying that we are going to have our prayers answered for our needs. And it's so cool because our biggest need recently was we need somebody that can move furniture, because now we are also helping to provide furniture for our people that are getting into apartments. And we're so thankful because we have 2 moving companies, We Are Ready and Nomad Movers, who have volunteered their services.
Right.
So once a month, they are able to transport our goods.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw your pictures of the actual moving vans and full of
Yes.
stuff. So where are you? So basically, I know you started this approximately about 5 years ago. You had said, and where did you? Where are you starting from? Like, what people are you helping in just Pasco County only, right?
Presently,
Right now?
yes, that's
Okay.
Pasco County.
Right.
We had started out in Hillsborough.
Okay.
But then there was such a need in Pasco where we live, and we go, hey, we need to really focus
Right.
on Pasco. So this led us then to asking the coalition if we could fall under their coalition as outreach volunteers. That way we would be covered by a 501c3
Right, so it's
nonprofit. And
tax-free.
that worked out so well. Don Anderson, the CEO, everybody was so beautiful and welcoming us to be able to do this. So initially, then, our venue was the Refuge Church Center, which is right in Newport Richey. And every week, sometimes once, twice a week, we would be taking care of about 100 homeless people that would come into this center. And we would bring all these donations that people had given to us, where we would pick them up and bring them. Well, then, sadly, COVID hit.
Right.
And that deleted our venue, and we go, now what? But you know what? When God closes one door, he opens another door. So now we have this awesome apartment complex along with other things, but this is just our HUD-VASH people. And I'm telling you, when they are moved into an apartment, they have nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. So that's where we go back to asking for these special things.
And so, say, for instance, I know that when I reached out to you and how we got in touch with each other was I saw you on Facebook. I don't know if it was Trinity Chat or, one of the actual Facebook marketplace posts. And I had, like I said, extra things. I know a lot of people during Christmas time are more apt to actually donate, donate their time, donate
Right.
money, donate items. And with COVID, it's harder to be in touch and to actually donate your time.
Yes.
So for instance, presently, what would you suggest someone to do if they had a bunch of items and household items, even, furniture, et cetera, to get to these apartments, how would they get in touch with you? Facebook still?
Yes, the best way, and they can private message me,
Right.
Messenger, and I like to do it that way because there's a lot of privacy that I want to keep between
Yeah.
the two of us.
Right.
We don't want to be exposing addresses, phone numbers, and things like
Right,
that.
exactly.
So we're very cautious with that. So if they see me, it's always, Beverly Harris and the coalition,
Right.
and they can be in touch, and we would love to, especially during this Christmas time.
Yes.
The one thing that I do want to state, though, is with clothing, we have to be very cautious with the clothing because of COVID. So if somebody's going to donate us clothing and we're asking for specific things, we want to make certain that that clothing is very clean, it's folded, placed in plastic bags, and then labeled, what sizes or who they're for.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So we
that way
just,
you can still keep it up during the COVID times.
Exactly.
That's a great
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
So when I met you, I believe it was Panera Bread.
Yes.
We were just talking about, and I identified myself. I'm in my white SUV, and you're in your white SUV, and it was great. I saw you guys had the whole back of your car. Now at that time, I was bringing tarps, which a lot of
Yes.
people, needed tarps for outdoor living. They're homeless, and I think a lot of people, you take for granted. And what's great is the holiday season. A lot of people want to help out and to get out of their comfort zone and help you guys. And so that's why I was thinking it's a great time to have you on and you guys discuss what you need, what your needs are. So let's narrow it down to what actually are you looking for this season to make someone's day or to help in the housing unit that you're doing. What are the exact needs? Do you know?
yes, we do. It's when people move into the apartments, well, let's just take Christmas time. Let's take this time, right?
Right.
But when people move into these apartments, and as I said earlier, they have nothing. So right now, they are just thrilled if they can get like a kitchen table and chairs,
Right.
a living room set. It does not have to be anything fancy. They're not into that.
Right.
They want something.
Basics.
Many of them, when they move in, they don't have a bed. So then we are going to be able to ask for beds, and we have been getting all our needs. Kitchen needs. There's dishes, glasses.
Right.
It's just numerous things. But during this Christmas time especially, how happy they would be to have a Christmas tree or Christmas stockings or
Right.
whatever, or fill them with goodies.
Right.
So we have just been so blessed to be able to do Christmas for our homeless people, but this year is a challenge because of what we are living through right now.
Right. Yeah.
So our cries are for giving us warm socks. We need a lot of socks. We need jackets. It's the cold weather now, and blankets.
Right.
We would love to be able to have blankets. And I think I mentioned to you that at Christmas time, previously, we have given all these little rolled blankets that you
Yeah.
can pick up at Walmart for $5. We would love to have 200 of them, so each family would get one.
Right, so that would be a good goal if you're trying to
Yes.
give back to the community a little bit. It's the time of year to get some blankets together.
Yes.
If you have any household items that you're not using that's extra, to contact you. Even Christmas trees, a lot of people will have that one Christmas tree in the attic and they just sits in there, I know when I move people out, selling the houses, you always see all the extra stuff they never
Yeah.
use. It was up in the attic the whole time,
Yes.
So that would be ideal for your situation and stuff. So what was the Habitat for the Humanity? What did you guys do there?
Okay, I'm going to have Tom
Okay.
explain that one.
Come on, Tom, tell us what's up.
Okay, what happened? It's a kind of an interesting story. Bev and I were down at Clearwater Beach. We're going to have lunch.
Right,
And I got a call from Jack Mariano, the county commissioner, and Jack and I are old buddies.
right.
So he says, I'd like to show you guys something.
Did you guys see the picture?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a picture of Jack.
There's
Ah, yes.
Yeah, he said, I'd like to show you guys something. If you could meet me at the Cracker Barrel on Highway 19 in an hour and a half or so, that'd be great. So we blew lunch off and drove up to Pasco to the Cracker Barrel and met Jack there. And he took us around the back
Yeah.
to a couple of
I've seen them,
streets
yeah.
called Leisure Lane and Van Doren. Now, we knew these two streets because of our
Yeah,
days
so did
dealing
I,
with the
yeah.
homeless.
Yeah.
We actually went down there one time and we told some of our homeless friends about that, and they said, "We don't ever want you going there again."
Yeah, exactly.
It was
It's
it was
rough, yeah.
it was a bad place to
Yeah.
be. But what's happening is the city is buying up these double wides and these crack houses as fast as they can, tearing them down, and then Habitat is building homes in there.
Right. Yeah, and that looked, there's a picture there. That looked great. I mean, they're up in the air for the flood zone, area.
Exactly,
They're
yeah.
brand new. They're the perfect size. There's just so many positive things about that. So I cut through the Southgate Plaza a lot just to, I don't know why, it's a realtor thing. You just see what's for sale. So I saw all of them in a line, and I saw the veterans sign up and everything. So it was exciting to me when you sent the picture, when I saw the picture to, put it all together. You guys were involved in that too,
You might want to tell
what
about the
happened is
closing.
that Jack said, "Now we've got this veteran who is qualified to move into a home. He earns enough money, he can afford it, and he did all the 500 community hours."
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was just missing a couple $1,000s for closing costs to get into the house. And Jack said, "Can you help?" And Bev said, "Well, we'll see."
Yeah.
So Bev went back home and wrote out a story on the Steve, the veteran that was moving into this house. And within literally hours, she had raised the money
that's
that he needed.
awesome. Yeah, so you guys do a lot in the community. It's amazing, So you got your hands in everything. And I was kind of describing you guys as like the branch from out of the outreach, for the volunteers, for the coalition. You're one of their arms. I would say probably one of the strongest arms, you know what I mean? But you're one of the arms that does so much in the community. That's just really awesome. So tell me about are they doing any more? I saw a bunch of them in a line there. Do you know anything about that? Or is that, I saw, did he already get them all, like everybody placed in them? Or is he doing it as they build them? Or
As far as we know, they have. I mean, ours was a one-time shot.
one time.
there,
That is awesome.
But we
That is-
stand ready to, help again if we need to.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so now on the apartments, can they just go buy the apartments without, because I know you were saying you had the moving people to drop off the furniture and stuff there. Is there somewhere there to drop like donations there or no? Like the big stuff?
No.
Or no?
It has to be specifically in need for
Right.
a person, a family, whatever.
Right.
So when I post out what our
the
needs are,
yeah.
then I just keep everything calendared, and then I contact the moving company, and we try to do that like just once a month. Because I don't want to put that moving company in a situation,
Right.
that we're overusing them.
Right.
So we're not going to do that. But we just love our moving companies, and these moving companies are so full of love for these people.
Yeah, and so we have the picture up there. And you said, one of them I know you said was Nomad Movers. What's your other mover?
Yeah, we are ready.
Oh, okay, great.
We are ready with an awesome team.
That's awesome.
And
That is awesome.
These guys are just really special. I didn't have a picture of our Nomad Movers because I wasn't available at the time to take the picture.
Yeah, that's okay.
And anyway, but I want to give them both credit because we just love them.
So, okay, so now let's talk through the whole procedure. Let's just say I'm off I'm watching the show right now and I want to get with you. So the first thing I would do is, would I friend request you or would I just look you up on Facebook? Tell me the whole procedure of,
Okay.
or do I look for your posts or how do I find out what the needs are so I can actually help, from square one. I'm just a person off the street and I saw this show and so how do I do that?
So what they're going to do is friend me
Okay,
on
friend
Facebook.
request you on
Yeah,
Facebook.
you got to
Okay.
friend me.
Right.
And then that in turn is going to plug me in with them to Messenger.
Okay.
And then they can shoot me a message
Okay, so
And
inbox
I
message
really
on
get
Facebook.
back to people as fast as I
Yeah,
can.
you do. Yeah.
You know, allowing them to realize that, yeah, we need it. And see, a lot of times I have to go through our caseworker or social worker to find out what the needs are.
Okay.
And just recently, we were at another ribbon cutting ceremony not too far from here, and that is going to be our next solid foundation where we're going to need to be plugging in there.
Helping.
So people can ask us, and we can tell them honestly, yes, we
what
do
needs
or
your-
not. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a great time. You know, we were saying at Christmas is a great time.
Right.
We'd even discussed even stocking stuffers and
Yes.
Christmas trees and just things that are based for the actual Christmas season. But if they do have furniture, actual, you know, anything as far as the clothing, just anything that they have extra, if it's not on the list, just reach out to you and ask, do you need this? You know, because sometimes you're not going to be able to cover everything on the list, you know.
Exactly.
I know I had extra stuff and you were like, okay, that'll work. Cause I could take it to Goodwill or I could, no, we'll take it, you know.
Right.
Cause I think we were down to shoes at the time. It was a lot of shoes and tarps and stuff like that. So that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are doing such amazing work in the community. You guys both are a blessing, you know, and that's why I thought of you, cause the Christmas time, and you know, we were saying it's a time to give back. And I think Pasco County is a great place where people do like to give back,
yes.
you know.
Yes.
And it's cold out, so you were saying even this morning you got a call that someone was in need of some warmer clothes. You know, I think in Pasco County schools too, they don't let them go to school. I know it sounds horrible, but if you're homeless, they don't know, and you're not allowed to go to school with a blanket on, which the kids get in trouble for actually wearing blankets in Pasco County school. They get notes home and stuff. And so you would think, well, if I don't have a jacket and a kid comes to school in a blanket, you know, but these are kids that need jackets, and this is a key time of year for jackets. And, you know, literally we were wearing shorts yesterday in Florida, and today we need jackets.
Exactly.
And obviously if you're homeless, you don't have anywhere to keep it, or if you're just moving into a place with no, you know, resources, you don't have any of the blankets, jackets, like you said, socks, Christmas stuff, stocking stuffers, Christmas trees, ornaments, anything like that that's extra. You
Yes.
put up your tree and you had extra stuff sitting around, contact you guys. Maybe we could put little care kits together.
That'd be great. And one of the things with our apartment complex is within it, of the 110 units, I believe, we have like about 50 children.
Oh, nice.
From infant to 12 years old.
Aw.
And a lot of their families, many are single parents. They don't have extra money. So we're asking also for great used games
Oh, yeah.
that are still all put together. All the pieces are there.
Right.
Or pick up some games, but they love that kind of stuff.
Right, exactly. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope to have you guys come back with your next big venture in Pasco County, or if you branch out. But you got to keep us posted. And I know I'm a Facebook friend of both of you, you know,
Yes.
on Facebook. So I'll keep in touch, and I'll try to put any lists on here too. But thank you so much for joining me today, and have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're back again. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg, and this is Diane Oberlander from Suncoast Spca. And we have a guest star that she's brought with her today to talk about.
Smith.
This is Smith. He's gorgeous. How old is he?
He's 10 years old. He's a
Oh,
senior.
wow. He's a senior?
Yes, and that's why we thought to
Aw.
bring him today, because November, was Adopt a Senior Month.
Oh.
So even though he didn't get adopted, I thought maybe we'd extend it one day into December.
Yeah, he's really pretty. He looks young. He acts young. He
does.
Just like a lot of
Totally
seniors
does.
in Pasco County. This is a young,
Right.
10-year-old. 10's the new 5.
Yeah,
or
that's
5's the new
right.
10, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And he carries this ball with him everywhere, too. So he comes with toys.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have a toy will travel for sure.
Yeah, so this is the ball. It's a buy one, get one. Yeah, he's beautiful. He's a
He
beautiful
is.
dog. So do we know where he came from, or is he just showed up, or?
No, he was a surrenderer that we pulled from one of our local shelters.
Okay.
He came to us as just a senior who loved his ball. He actually went into foster. We have a gentleman who will foster for a couple weeks at a time
Yeah.
for different dogs, which is great because then we get to learn a little about them. I loved what he said. He just said he's a pretty direct dog. He'll come up to you, he'll bark at you, and it either means he wants to go outside, he wants food or
Yeah.
something. He said Foster said, I've never had a dog like him before. And he's like, I just loved him.
Yeah,
he's like,
he's
there's no,
awesome.
he doesn't waste time barking at
Yeah.
just anything.
Yeah, he has a need.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's not like a puppy where you have to try to train him, and
Oh,
he comes
no.
trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes trained.
And he loves that ball. I think
Yes,
he's,
he
yeah,
does.
He's like, where did it go?
He's like, the ball's over there.
Yeah, I know he's going to stare at it.
I think he probably might.
Yeah, we're like, we lost the dog.
Yeah, Smith's out.
So tell me about your organization.
Spca has been around since 1965, I believe. Sorry. Doing this, just pulling local dogs from the area kill shelters and.
So like Animal Control 41, is that where you guys are pulled some from there?
Yeah, we
too?
pull from there. Sometimes Citrus County. We're working. They've been going further north in Florida to pull dogs as well, for more rural places.
Right. She'll get the ball.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me.
She has to
I
get
don't
the
know
ball,
there it is.
otherwise he's not going to pay attention.
Don't be mad at me, guys. Okay. He's got to get back in the show.
I know. It's about you.
He's back in the
Smith.
show now.
Okay.
And now we're best friends. He likes me better than all you guys. So if I wanted to, as far as adoption, if someone wanted to adopt Smith, how much, what's the criteria?
He's considered a senior, so
Okay.
his adoption fee would be $200. It's typically $250 for dogs, 1 to 7.
Okay.
And then he's a senior. We also have senior people discounts.
Okay,
10%.
so if you're a senior adopting a senior, you got
Yes.
a double there.
Yeah, and then veterans as well get a discount. I know.
This ball
He's
is
a
everything.
simple boy.
He's like, for 10, I can't believe it, and he loves this ball. I would get, if you adopt him, I would get a couple extra balls in the
For
house just to make sure.
For sure.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He needs something,
Yeah.
yes.
So, all the flooding and everything, with all the storms and stuff, did you guys get any of the dogs from there, from the actual hurricanes and all the flooding that we've had and the issues and south,
We haven't been able to pull from there. We've been going through so many changes with our kennels being updated that we weren't able to, unless they were at like Pasco Animal and we were able to pull them from there.
Oh,
We
okay.
couldn't do it ourselves.
Right.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been, some of them could have been pulled from other places and
Right.
we didn't even know that they were part of it.
Are they surrendering because of the economy and COVID and stuff? Are they surrendering more dogs?
There are dogs being surrendered because of, the economy especially. And it's sad because
Yeah.
what you'd really want to do is find a way to keep them together.
I have him
know
so
what I mean.
riled up right now.
Oh, for sure.
So sorry.
He doesn't mind.
Yeah, he wants to play.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's really good. He's like, on the show here. Put the camera on me. That's awesome. Yeah, so what kind of dog? Do you have puppies there now? And you have kittens? Or
We have kittens, yes.
Lots of kittens?
We've got lots of kittens right now. We don't have any puppies right now. Anything that's, 3-4 months old, they're all pretty much older.
Right.
8 months to a year.
He sees himself.
Who's that handsome boy?
He's like, goodness
Who's
gracious.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
I think he's a star. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We got problems.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. He's
We'll
like,
swing him back
I'm the
around
star
here. Come on. You are
So
the star.
the kittens and the cats and stuff, how much are those to adopt out? Like how
Those are $125 for kittens and $100 for regular cats.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you and how
And
many?
everybody is neutered, spayed, chipped, up to
Right.
date on all their vaccines.
so they come
they're
out,
ready to roll.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you don't come out with a dog that you have to take to the vet right
Oh,
away.
no.
Yeah, that's
no.
good.
Not unless you want to.
Right.
Because some people, like myself, when I adopt a dog, we
Yeah,
would
you wanna
always
get
take him to the vet,
ready.
say, hey, here's our newest,
Right.
meet him, so then future, they're like, okay, now I know this dog.
Right. And so now when I went to adopt my dog, I know I had to go, they asked me, do you have another dog in the house? I said, yeah. And so I went there to adopt my dog, and they said, no, you have to go home and you got to get your dog and bring your dog back. And then we
Yes.
have to make sure that they get along. And then they sat with us to make sure that they were going to get along, to make sure that they were going to get along.
Yes, yes, we do. Yes, meet and greets are a must if you have other dogs.
Okay. So it's
To
called
make
a meet and
sure
greet,
that
yeah.
everything's going to be okay. The last thing we want is for you to have to go home and try and figure it out yourself. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
We have a little more experience doing it, so it's in a safe environment.
Yeah, and it's probably good. It's probably good to bring your kids too if you have
Yes.
going to adopt, a
Exactly.
dog and bring some kids.
Yeah, the whole family, really.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Is great. And we'll do that. Some dogs will be able to tell you right away. No, you know what, this one is just
Right.
really not going to be able to. Like, he's great with other dogs. He just
Yeah,
really
he's
doesn't
pretty.
care. As long as he has his ball, he'll go anywhere.
Yeah, he's ball dependent. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
he for sure is. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he's a great dog. He's really pretty. Yeah, his markings look like almost like greyhound markings. With the brindle and
Yes,
stuff. His actual
yes.
markings and stuff.
And it's the cool kind of like reddish color,
Yeah.
which you don't always see so much.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks.
And
like,
yeah, he's
it looks
just
like it's on, like it's been painted on. Did you?
Right.
Let me check this as a marker on the.
Yeah, right. Let me see.
Let me make sure this isn't fixed. They want to wash. And they're
right,
like, what
right.
happened
We
to
put
his
it on
stripes?
before we came.
Yeah, we wanted him to look good.
That's right.
So now I know that a lot of people like to donate different things for the SPCA, and we were just having, Beverly and Tom from the Coalition of Homeless for Pasco. They were on. We were talking about donations and stuff. So what are things if say their house is full, they can't have another dog, but they want to help the dogs out and the cats? What can we bring to the SPCA to help you out during? I mean, I want to say this time of year, but all year,
Right.
all year long. you
Yeah,
know?
COVID or not, we can
Yeah.
always use. We use chicken and rice Purina Pro Plan
Okay.
for our dogs. That's the main food we like to use. We like to stick with that. I know it's hard to tell people who are kind enough to donate things.
To bring the exact.
Yeah, to bring specific, but
I mean, that's a good plug for them. So it must be good as far as like good on their bellies, or
yeah,
what's-
it's a better dog food, and as it's always better to keep your dog, on the same food. Otherwise, they do have stomach issues
Yeah,
sometimes.
gastro
So that's
problems.
that's why all of us, all the shelters out there are always trying. Sorry, but we do need a specific brand.
Right.
We're always looking for cleaning supplies. We'll take blankets and towels, for their beds.
Right.
We'll take sturdy toys, not stuffed toys, where they're
Yeah.
really gonna. But good, Kong toys or something like that, where people like Smith here.
like a little mini person.
Yeah, he,
my best friend now. My husband
he
be so
is
mad at me. He's probably watching this, going, "Don't you
Don't
dare
take him home."
Don't you dare bring him home."
But he's
I'm like,
hard
who
not
could I
to.
trade out in the house?
Yeah,
Yeah, my kids.
there's a
they
lot
might
of
be mad.
options.
So now, what about the cats? Do you need the
Cats, we can always use
the
Purina
cat litter?
cat.
You get it.
Oh yeah, cat litter, clumping, no dust.
Right.
Is always the best,
Okay.
especially when you have that many cats in there.
Right.
Keep the dust down.
And then, do they have a certain cat food that you guys like to people to bring in?
yeah,
the same?
we'll use Purina cat food
Okay,
as
that's-
well.
That's good to
Yeah.
know. That means the Purina must be pretty good as far as
Yes, we like it. The animals seem to do well on it. So
Right. And now you guys don't have a. So what's your perfect? I mean, there's no as far as someone coming in they have an application, I know I fill out an application.
Right.
What do you need do you have to have, so if I took him, do I need a yard, or is the apartment okay, or what's?
It's kind of, it depends on each dog. Obviously, some, like, he's pretty easy. He doesn't, if you're taking him for a walk and just throwing him the ball in the house, he's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he'll tell you if he wants to go out or eat.
Right.
But there are other dogs where, based on their activity level, you don't want to put them in an apartment or, and unless it's a really active family.
Right.
And we get a lot of all of that.
Right.
So we do try to be really good about, I know you love that dog.
Yeah, you don't want to turn families down, but you also want them to have a good
Be
fit.
realistic.
Yeah.
And we don't want these guys coming back. You know what I mean?
Right.
We really want to make sure that the place they are is the best place and the only place
Right. Okay.
that they go to.
Okay, that's amazing. So now, as far as, are you guys taking any dogs in, or are you just picking them yourselves, or?
We're doing surrenders, owner surrenders. We're taking those in. We do those on Wednesday.
Okay.
You just have to call or go online and make an appointment for that. They'll fit you in during an appointment.
Okay, because I know I see on Facebook, on the marketplace, sometimes people, my landlord won't let me take this dog. What do I do? And you see a beautiful dog, and it looks, you can't tell really by looking at it, but it just
Right.
looks gorgeous and
Right.
taken care of,
Right. And hopefully the thing is, though, if people are going to surrender them, we got to make sure that they're up to date on their shots.
Right.
Because we have to worry about our dogs, that are already at the facility, already
Right.
vetted. So we're not trying to look to bring anything in,
Right.
and keep everybody safe.
Right,
But as long as someone's coming with that and doesn't appear to be any, issues, with the dog, of course, we would take them in and work hard to find them the best home.
Right, exactly. Okay, and the same with the cats too?
For sure.
Okay, that's
Yeah, we have a little kitty cabana for them. So it's like
Aw.
their own little house where you go into, and there's rooms where they're grouped together with their friends
Oh,
and
that's
stuff. It's
good.
actually a really cool
I saw
space.
You guys had redone it a lot in there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it looks
That's
really
nice.
good, yeah.
And does it still have the thrift store in the front, or?
Not anymore, but I
Okay.
think that's been thought about a lot. It might come back. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Right, and then as far as, he's got up there too, volunteering, you can also go in and volunteer your time?
Yes. You fill out an application online. And probably nobody's going to get a call until after the first of the year. COVID's
Right.
kind of changed everything for everybody.
Right, even for volunteering, right?
Yeah, so we're really doing meet and greets by appointments. Volunteers will probably be contacted after the first of the year to try and get them back in, because we really do need them.
Right, okay. Yeah, so how many volunteers do you guys have, as far as,
Well, right now, I mean, we most are employees that are working there, and there's only a couple just regular volunteers that are in. He's getting ready to
He's
tell
like,
us
"I need
about
my
it.
ball."
He's like, "Hey, my ball, it's over there.
he's like, I'm pointing.
It's right there. You see it?
He's like,
Hang
"If
on,
you could
let's
be
see.
so
He might be able to
kind."
reach it. Okay,
Yeah, there you
good
go.
boy.
So as
Oh
long
no!
Yeah, so that's,
Come here. You're gonna have to watch it.
you, yeah.
Smith, come here. It's okay.
Yeah, if he starts, you get run over. Can you imagine if I hadn't got the ball the first place? We'd be
Oh
sitting
my
here-
God! Yeah, it would have been long,
Yeah, here
long.
he is, Smith.
Oh
Aw.
yeah, there he
There's your
is.
advertisement. Smith, look, you're on TV.
Yes, look how handsome
That's
he
amazing.
is.
So how many dogs are you adopting out right now? How many?
It's slow, but actually this weekend we got one of our seniors out during the month of
that's
November,
awesome.
which was great. And we had two this weekend. It is slow, but it's happening. I almost feel like you invest more time now when you have appointments. I don't
Yeah.
even know how to explain that.
Right.
But it's like
To
you
really
know
know.
everything better about these animals that you could possibly know. And you think he sees himself now. And, so you can really talk about them a lot when you're, with the families and stuff. But
Right.
all I could say is, when you're at the shelter, a piece of advice for people would be, if the dog's barking at you at the kennel, don't judge him. You know what I
Right.
mean? Ask to see them outside. we find what you see in the kennel sometimes, and then after you take them out, you're like, oh my gosh, I would have never guessed this dog is such a love muffin.
Can you imagine? I mean, not that we're like dogs, but imagine us being in and you see
for
someone finally,
right, exactly.
So it's
and being in that kind of environment is hard. You
right.
know?
Yeah, when they're used to, like, especially him in a cage, I can imagine, because he's real, as far as like being active in a living room with a ball.
Oh yeah.
So I want to thank you for coming out today. And he's like, I'm at my wit's end.
Yeah, he did it. He did pretty well.
Yeah, you're doing good. You are. I like how he turns his head like he really understands what's going on. Yeah, so I appreciate it. So SPCA, blankets, dog food, Purina, there's the sites that you can go on. You can take a look, and you can, if you want to get a personal interview with this one, you can.
Yep, he's available.
Ready to go. And if you have the balls, and that's fine too.
Right.
And if you go online, it does have the shelter needs on there and the volunteer needs. And you want to do it this year, this month, just for as far as like Christmas goes, but if you want to do it every month, you're welcome to. And she was also saying on the volunteer list, they'll contact you more at the, it's going to be the first of the year. So don't get insulted if you don't get to come in and volunteer your time. You can actually, get on the list and then start something in January. It'd be a good New Year's resolution for everybody to donate some time, give back to community and help.
Fostering.
Yeah, and even fostering
for Christmas would be
if you're
awesome.
bored and you're stuck in your house and you want to foster a dog, that'd be nice.
He likes the idea.
Yeah, he's excited. Yeah, and I want to thank you for coming today, and I want to thank everybody for who joined me today. We had for the Sublime Staging, and we had the actual Bev and Tom Harris come in for the Coalition of Pasco and SPCA. We had everybody come in, and you can always call me for any of your real estate needs. Next week we should have home inspectors. In the next future, we'll have home inspector questions, insurance questions, new mortgage information, new builder information, more about appraising, surveying. We're going to have flood insurance information, homestead exemption, how to do it. And basically on the flood insurance, we're going to have, am I really in a flood zone? How to get out of a flood zone? And different things for investors, regular real estate purchases, regular real estate sales, and information about the market. And we'll try to inform you every week. And if we answer one question you had, then we feel like we did a good job. And I think that if you contact me, Jessie Walters, 146@gmail.com or 727-992-2923. And also, or reach out to me on Facebook if you want to see any more of this show and slow it down. We're going to have all the information underneath. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.